Alright guys, welcome to today's video. I'm here to make sure that your video never ends up as bad as this. So the tips that I'm going to show you in this video are rules that can be broken. There are circumstances where it is good to break these rules, but if you are just starting out a video and you want a quick way to improve your quality, these are a great place to start. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, use the rule of thirds. So that middle line on the top is key. Everything should happen along this line. So many times I see someone on Zoom or Skype and the head is filling up the bottom of the frame and my attention goes straight to the empty roof above their head. Don't do this. As a general rule, if you follow this, everything will be balanced and look natural with the viewer's attention going straight to what is important, and that's you. Alright, tip number 2. Make sure your set is on point. What do I mean? Well, make sure that you are filming in the right place in the room. Don't stand in front of a bright window and just become a silhouette. Also, unless you have really important information in the background, always try to maintain as much distance as possible between yourself and the background behind you. Never, and I mean never, stand right up next to your background. Especially if it is just a boring old wall. For example, in this room, we have a window with a bright light behind me. I can fix 2 problems at once by spinning around and getting the camera back as close as I can to the window. Now the light is shining on my face, making it bright. And I got a nice distance from the background, which is blurred out. So that basically puts all the focus on me rather than anything distracting going on behind me. Okay, tip number 3. Do not pick up the camera with just your hands. Unless you have professional stabilization equipment or you got some creative ideas to stabilize your camera, don't take it off the tripod. Unless you're shooting the next Jason Bourne movie, no handheld. It's just going to look jittery and unprofessional. Tip number 4. Please keep your content short. If it is not completely necessary, cut it out. When filming, you want only key information. Anything else can be delivered to the viewer via other means. How often are you going to click on a 20-minute long video on YouTube and watch through the whole thing without skipping ahead? If you have 20 minutes of information to give your audience, it better be a really good 20 minutes. Otherwise, the reality is no one is going to watch it, or at least the whole thing. So keep it concise and keep it clear and keep it short. Tip number 5, and this is the most important of them all. Capture good audio. Not one of the tips I just mentioned even matters if your audio sounds terrible. And it has nothing to do with buying expensive microphones. It has to do with putting in a little more effort. What you want to do is get whatever is capturing your audio as close to you and your mouth as you possibly can. The ideal range is actually no more than 2 handspans away from your mouth. So let me give you an example. You're now listening to the audio straight from my camera. Sounds absolutely lovely, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. The reality is that people can ignore bad video. But if your audio is great, then they're probably going to keep watching. But if your audio is bad, then they will stop watching no matter how good your video is. Now, if you don't have access to professional microphones, there's a solution. Use your phone. Alright, so I'm now using my phone to record the audio. And you can see this is already going to be a huge improvement compared to my camera. And all I'm doing is I have voice memos open and I'm recording straight into there. Because the thing is, right, if I were to put a $1,000 microphone on my camera over there and then switch between this one and that one, everyone's going to think that this is the professional microphone. Why? Because it's closer to my mouth. It doesn't matter how good my microphone is. If it's meters away from me, then it doesn't make a difference. It's still going to sound really bad because it's not close to my mouth. So, simple solution. Get your phone or whatever you have to record and get it close to your mouth.